It's high school hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Join us all winter long as we feature live San Juan and Monticello basketball. Now, without further delay, we send you courtside for tonight's action. Welcome to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we welcome you live to San Juan High School in Blanding. The place is packed. We are ready to go for an exciting finish to the regular season here tonight with the Grand County Red Devils in town, and a rematch of the game 3 weeks ago on January 19th when these two teams duked it out in Moab, and obviously a rivalry, always a lot of fun. We don't expect anything less tonight. Like I said, the place is packed. It's standing room only in here tonight. We may have trouble, Bobby, seeing the court, and we do welcome you in. It's Rhett Sifford and Bobby Bowering with you here tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Welcome into High School Hoops. Bobby, this is going to be a fun one. Grand County won on January 19th. The Broncos trying to return the favor tonight.
Yeah, no, I'm excited. Like you said, it's packed in here. You can already feel the energy, and we're 15 minutes out still, and yeah, I think everybody's been anticipating this one since we went over there a couple weeks ago, so it should be fun.
Yeah, and of course, because it's the last home game of the season, last game of the regular season, it's senior night here tonight, so there's still that to be done too. So I think we've got a little bit of a delay before we start tonight, but it's going to be fun once this thing gets started. I don't know, like I said, we may have to stand up here to be able to see the action. We've got some folks in front of us. If we need to use the bathroom at any point tonight, we're going to have to grab a wire somewhere and climb across the roof or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It ain't happening. I don't think. We might be boxed in for good tonight. So,
well, just taking a look at these two teams coming in, and Grand County has the edge a little bit. We don't have standings because those have been removed. They always do that in the last week of the regular season. And Bobby, I don't know, maybe you can explain that. It's always been very silly to me. I guess the gist is so that teams can't try to manipulate the standings in that last week. But, I mean, honestly, a game here, a game there, either way, I don't know. I guess I have my disagreements with that whole weirdness. So we don't know where everybody stands. I think Grand County was somewhere near 8th. I think they were 8th, and I think San Juan was down around 11th, maybe 12th. So we don't know for sure. We know Grand County coming into this one has 12 wins and 10 losses, and San Juan has 9 wins and 13 losses. So Grand County with the edge a little bit. The Broncos going to try to even that out a little bit here tonight.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't understand. I think they go for the shock factor, taking the RPI off and, doing their big reveal for the tournament bracket. But, it is what it is. I mean, at the end of the day, you got to win the game tonight and let the standings fall where they may. So,
well, let's take a look at Grand County as we start out the High School Hoops pregame show here tonight. And I know we're going to take a look at some stats, but I think we got a chance to talk with their head coach just a little bit ago, Ben Bird. He's pretty serious tonight. I know he takes this seriously. He's extremely serious, kind of staring off into the distance while he was talking to me, so I know he's probably focused on the game. But we did chat for a minute. And here's what he has to say as his team gets set to go here tonight on the road.
Coach, thanks for chatting with us again. Always fun between you two teams, especially when you're both good. And it was a heck of a battle up at your place 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I expect the same and maybe even a little bit more of a battle tonight. So, yeah, it should be an exciting matchup.
Well, yeah, you had the home crowd with you that time. You don't tonight. So what are you going to need to do against the San Juan squad here on their home turf?
Oh, we're going to have to play physical. We're going to have to keep them at bay a little bit when they're trying to run and gun us, and we're going to have to win those 50-50 balls on the floor.
Well, you guys have been strong all year. What's been your main strengths?
I think our size. We have a lot of mismatches out there on the floor when we've got York and Barry and JT and even Jason. We definitely are size-wise a lot bigger than a lot of these other teams. So.
Well, final game of the regular season. I know you're not looking past it, but what are you eyeballing? What are your goals here tonight as you close out the regular season, then head to the postseason?
Well, we'd really like to take a win here tonight and clinch the region. I don't remember the last time they won a region championship, so that would be exciting for us. And then, just looking ahead at some of the matchups that come out tomorrow, that'll be exciting as well.
All right, Coach, good luck out there tonight. Have fun, man.
Thank you.
With us before this game here tonight, and Bobby, that's something we kind of forget about is the region championship. That's something although it doesn't matter in the postseason seedings anymore, that's something that can bolster a team. If they win the region championship here tonight, that's something that can encourage your boys as you head into the postseason.
Yeah, I mean, whether, it does anything for your seeding or not, that's an accomplishment that you can mark off in the books, in a season is a region championship. I know it's something that we still push football-wise. It's one of our goals going into the first of the year, and I would imagine that's every team's goal, whether it really does that much for you down the road or not, it's something that's cool that you can say you did as a team. So,
well, I know Coach Bird would say it's a whole team effort, but he mentioned a couple players' names, and just taking a look at the guys who did the most damage back on January 19th when these two teams met. Trace York was the big man, 28 points for him, so he's big in stature and big in points against San Juan in that first meeting. Lane Berry, you heard him mention his name as well. He had 18, so he was second in scoring in that game. And Wyatt Toney, who he didn't mention, not a tall guy, but boy, he's a definite weapon for this team, and he had 15 in that game. So those were the leading scorers. Jason McKinney, who he did mention, had 9 against San Juan back on January 19th. So, Bobby, they've definitely got some guys who can get it done.
Yeah, no, and they did. They showed up big in that game over there a couple weeks ago against San Juan, and so I'm sure if you're Coach Nilsson here tonight, they've got game plans put in place to slow these guys down as much as they can. So,
yes, sir, and we'll talk to him in just a couple minutes, but Grand County has 4 players in double-digit average points per game on the season. Lane Berry is leading the way. He's averaging over 16 points per game, 353 in the 22 games so far. Jason McKinney averaging almost 14 a game. He's at 307. Wyatt Toney is right behind him, 13.7 points per game, so he has 301. Trace York is 4th in scoring, averaging 10.5 a game. And then JT Dowd rounds out the top 5. He's at 7, just over 7 points per game for Grand County. So obviously they have at least 4 big weapons and other guys off the bench that they can use as well, just like San Juan. So the Broncos going to have their hands full tonight against their rivals, that's for sure. Grand County 12-10 on the year, of course. And I think, Bobby, we'll talk about San Juan here in earnest when we come back from this break. But I think for the Broncos, they're obviously going to have a little pomp and circumstance before this game honoring the seniors. They're wearing special warm-up shirts tonight, kind of breaking out some cancer awareness and showing some recognition there. And I think they're going to have to obviously calm their minds as they get set to go tonight and try to start quickly tonight against this Grand County team.
Yeah, I do too. There's a lot of things going on tonight. Talking to, some of the coaching staff, they believe that it's a big game tonight, seeding-wise, for the Broncos. It makes a big difference in the long run, whether they win or come out here with a loss. Obviously, things are set up for the Broncos a little bit better with a win here tonight. So, yeah, between the cancer awareness, senior night, hopefully they come out with, focused minds and they're ready to roll and come in here and get this win tonight. So,
I think they are going to begin honoring the seniors here tonight. We're going to take a real quick break. We'll continue with the High School Hoops pregame show when we return, and we'll take a look at the San Juan Broncos. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
In honor of those affected in our community, Blue Mountain Hospital is offering our breast cancer screening exams at a cash price of $99 from February 14th through March 14th, 2024. Call 435-678-3993 to make your appointment.
Blue Mountain Hospital, we're thrilled to welcome Cade Lyman, Dane Lyman, and Brian Kirk, joining our unparalleled team of healthcare professionals. Blue Mountain Hospital has been setting the standard for rural hospitals since 2009.
tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live, and it's going to be a fun one with Grand County in town to close out the regular season. The place is packed on both sides of the stands, and so definitely going to be a fun one here tonight. We've already taken a look at Grand County, and why don't we switch gears now and take a look at the hometown San Juan Broncos. And like we said, we got a chance just a few minutes ago to talk with head coach Easton Nielsen. Here's what he has to say as his team gets set to close out the regular season against Grand County.
Coach, well, Coach, kind of alluding to Anthony Doan just passed us here in the hallway. A tough trip for you guys up north. I think, they got that double team on Anthony, kind of shut down your leading scorer a little bit, especially in Duchesne. But I guess what do you take from that trip going up north as you wind down the season?
I mean, those are, two tough places to win. We competed hard. We didn't execute as well as we needed to down the stretch. And I've said it the whole year. I really am not concerned about a win-loss record. I'm not concerned about anything other than getting better. We take each game and we learn from it. We progress, we prepare, and we come back at the next game with our best effort. And all year long, these guys have done a good job of doing that and bouncing back. They've done a good job staying positive. We are absolutely ready to go for a fun one tonight. So.
Well, yeah, you talk about a fun one tonight. The atmosphere is here. It's a rivalry. Obviously, the place is packed.
Yeah, no question. There's a lot on the line tonight, but it's a game you dream about. We've been telling all these guys all year long, all week long, that not every kid gets to play in a game like the one they'll get to play in tonight. More than anything, I just hope we come out, we compete hard, we have as much fun as we can have as we go through, and we'll get the result we want.
It's pretty evenly matched. I know some calls went against you up north when you guys played 3 weeks ago. I think it's going to be just as evenly matched here tonight. What do you have to do differently against them?
Really, I don't know that we have to do all that much differently. The big adjustment's going to be what we do with York. He was the one that hurt us the most, and we're gonna change our matchups a little bit on him. But by and large, we got the shots we needed to win that game, and we didn't hit enough of them down the stretch, especially at the free throw line. And so tonight, the only difference is the slight matchup adjustment on York, and then making sure we take advantage of our opportunities.
And it's fun to have the home crowd behind you tonight.
Yep, it's going to be a loud one tonight. We're excited.
All right, Coach. Hey, have fun out there, man. Good luck.
Thanks.
For each and all of these games that I've been able to hook up with him before the game this season, taking time out of his schedule. I know it's a nervous time and intense time for the head coaches as they prepare for these games, but Bobby, just taking a look at this team, and San Juan comes in 9-13 on the year. They really want to get a win, I think, to finish out the regular season would be huge for their morale, especially against a rival, and then, of course, heading into the postseason next week.
Yeah, I mean, like you talked about, senior night tonight, this team's had kind of an up-and-down season all year long, and so it would be good to come in here and get a win tonight against your rival. I think you'd get some good momentum right into the postseason here coming in the next couple weeks.
And the postseason will begin next Wednesday. That's Valentine's Day, so that could put a lot of us guys, I guess that could give a lot of us guys some excuses about not having to take people out on dates maybe or something if we got a game going on.
Yeah, that's the way to do it. I'm all for that.
So we might be at the basketball court on Valentine's Day. That could be ugly in our family life. I don't know. But let's take a look at these Broncos, and just looking back at that matchup with Grand County on January 19th, and the leading scorers up there for San Juan, it was Anthony Doan leading the way. That's no surprise. He is the leading scorer. Jagger Neves off the bench and Trip Palmer off the bench in that game have come on this season, and they both scored 13. R.J. Dally was fourth with 11 points in that game. A lot of other guys scored, a lot of contribution in that game. That was a fun game, and they spread the scoring around quite a bit. Stats for the season, in the 22 games for the Broncos, Doan does lead. He's the only player in double-digit average. Almost 13 points a game for him. He's got 281 total. R.J. Dally, almost 10 points a game, though. He's at 216, 9.8. Actually, Jake Ivins is averaging almost 9 points a game. He's got 193. How about Trip Palmer and Jagger Neves, the fourth and fifth scorers this year? Trip Palmer has almost 7 a game, and Jagger Neves just over 6.5 per game as they continue to do some pregame ceremony here tonight. Want to take a look at some other stats as well. Rebounding-wise, Anthony Doan is leading in that department with 132. R.J. Dally has 115 boards. Trip Palmer just over 100 with 101. And Anthony Doan also very unselfish, Bobby, 124 assists. Nobody else is even close to that for San Juan. So he's the guy, obviously, who quarterbacks the offense and spreads the ball around for him.
Yeah, you can tell. I mean, when San Juan's clicking and they're doing good things, usually Anthony Doan's right in the middle of that. Like you said, and he can do it a number of different ways. He can score, he can rebound, he can get the ball to who needs to get involved. And so look to see Anthony coming out hot today and see if he can get the momentum started.
And we know that defense leads to offense as well, and he leads in the steals department. He's got 68 steals on the year, so not only can he do it offensively, but he gets it done for you on the defensive side too, which creates offense.
Yeah, he's definitely the engine here for the San Juan basketball team.
But as we know, basketball is a team sport, so we don't want to sell anybody short. It's easy, as a statistician myself and just kind of interested in those type of things to just take a look. But a lot of times it doesn't tell the whole story. A lot of times you get contributions from guys doing stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, and so that's what you like to see from this team down the home stretch here.
Yeah, and that's what's kind of been fun about this San Juan team is any given night it could be any of these guys on the roster that kind of steps up and helps this team out to win ball games. So, again, be curious to see kind of how this game unfolds for us here tonight, see who steps up and makes the plays when San Juan needs it. So,
yeah, and I think the key, I don't know, teams have kind of, like what we talked about this past weekend on the road trip, Duchesne had definitely figured it out. Obviously double-teamed Anthony and shut him down quite effectively, and so I think the Broncos may have to adjust. And, basketball, any sport really is a game of adjustment, not only throughout the season but in-game. And so what can the Broncos do? I think if Grand County also goes with Duchesne's playbook and tries to double-team Anthony and shut him down.
Yeah, no, I feel you because I'm sure that they've all watched. I'm sure Moab's watched the film from this weekend, and they're probably going to come in and have pretty similar kind of a game plan. Take Anthony out of the game and make somebody else beat you, I mean, that's the old adage, make somebody that's not their best player to beat you. So I'm sure that they're going to look heavily to take Anthony out of this ball game, and hopefully, Coach Nilsson's probably got a counter to that. I'm sure he watched the film and saw kind of what happened as well. So
right.
It'll be interesting to see the adjustments both these coaches make tonight.
And obviously, yeah, speaking of that, you heard Coach Nielsen talking in that pregame interview. Trace York obviously hit him pretty hard in Moab, so the Broncos are going to adjust to try to cover him differently tonight here as well. So it's interesting, you play in Grand County, you play in San Juan. The atmosphere is completely different for either team, and the game time is different, People's emotions are different. It's going to be an entirely different game here tonight, but we know it's going to be a good battle between these two rivals. Should be a lot of fun here.
Oh, yeah. It's always a good time when you get San Juan and Grand playing each other in sports. That's one of the best rivalries here, and you can tell by just seeing the fans and the energy that's in the stadium tonight, so it should be a fun one.
Well, I think we're getting set for the national anthem, and so we'll take one final break here to close out the High School Hoops pregame show. When we return, it'll be the call of the starters and the opening tip. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops live from Blanding on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Men can take a hit. We can tough it out. We're told to suck it up a lot more than we're asked to talk it out. But the truth is, the only way to tackle what's up here is by talking it out. To simply say what we're feeling. With friends, family, or the Utah Crisis Hotline. Put this number in your contacts right now. And if you're ever wondering if you have someone to talk to, you do. 24/7.
Life is a series of cherished moments, filled with milestones that define our journey. Moments of love, joy, and shared experiences. Each moment contributes to our story. As each chapter unfolds, our experiences shape us, defining who we are. When it's time to celebrate a life, ensure your loved ones are remembered with the grace, dignity, and individuality they deserve. San Juan Mortuary, celebrating life, honoring memories, transcending tradition.
Utah is our home, unique in its strengths and struggles. And sadly, suicide in Utah is one of our greatest challenges. So people across the state are coming together to answer the call, to change our culture around suicide and mental health, to give hope and provide genuine help. Together, we can get through, lift up, look ahead, and live on. Learn how you can reach out at liveonutah.org.
And Grand County has it back in the front court. And a whistle off the ball, 3-second in the lane violation. That'll turn it over to San Juan.
Now you can tell early on San Juan's doing what they can to deny that entry pass into the post. So be interested to see how kind of Moab comes out and counters that, because obviously they've got those good bigs down low that they like to feed stuff through. So
that's that adjustment on York that Coach Nielsen talked about. Here's Justice Black with the basketball for San Juan, looking for options, but instead he just knocks down the 18-footer.
Hey, good job by Justice. He didn't even hesitate. Way to show some confidence coming out here on senior night, knocking down the first two for San Juan.
Might earn himself a starting position in the postseason, eh?
Yeah.
And here comes a long-range shot for Grand County. Rims off from Wyatt Toney. Rebounded and scored by Lane Berry on the putback, however. And a foul to San Juan.
Yeah, and that's something that San Juan's got to make sure they don't give too many of those up tonight. They do a great job forcing the outside shot, but they got to have guys on bodies and boxing guys out so they don't give any easy second chance points for Moab tonight.
And the foul is the first to Keaton Ivins, and Lane Berry knocks down the foul shot, so it is 3-2 Grand County. And San Juan has it back in the front court. Anthony Doan hands off to Justice Black. Dumps it down low to Keaton Ivins under the basket, but he steps on the baseline. It's a turnover back to Grand County.
Well, that was a good look by Justice to find Keaton underneath. I think he just barely stepped out of bounds right there, but had he stayed in bounds, he was right there for the easy two.
Yeah, it was a good look from Justice that time. The Broncos will have to reset and try again next time. Now they've got to go to work on defense as Grand County has it in the front court. Up in the mid-court circle or nearby there, Jason McKinney. They go to the left side, now down into the corner, back up to McKinney, top of the key. Right wing for Bisco, down into the corner for York, and then on to McKinney in the middle. He missed the runner, and on the rebound, a foul to Grand County.
And again, just San Juan, they got their length out there on the court. You know, you got Justice down low, you've got Keaton with those long arms, and they're doing a really good job denying any passes inside. And, you know, they're trying to get Moab to settle, and that's what they've done the last couple times down.
Woo, Justice Black threw it into the middle to Anthony Doan, and that was a lot of hard contact under the basket. Doan just ran over Jason McKinney, and they call him for the charge.
Yeah, good defense. I mean, they were there, they were set. I mean, they could see Anthony Doan coming down pretty hard in the lane, so that was a good job by Grand.
And now almost knocking it away was Daly, but the ball finds its way to Wyatt Toney, who misses the three once again. San Juan on the rebound once again. And Anthony Doan will run it across. Tries to work on the Grand County D. Now kicks it out. Here's a straightaway three for Justice Black. No good. Rebounded by Grand County. And the Red Devils will bring it across. Still 3-2 Grand here. 5:20 left in the first quarter. Trace York has it. Just hands off to Tatum Bisco as they try to work a play. Now a three on the way from McKinney. No good. And a foul on the rebound to San Juan.
No, I think San Juan, they're doing a great job executing the game plan right now. The only thing that they could clean up a little bit is just getting some bodies on some people and boxing out and getting these defensive rebounds. That's 2 offensive rebounds for Moab right there. And again, you just don't want to give them any second chance points here tonight.
And Keaton Ivins has to come off as well. He's got 2 fouls now. That was his second on that play. Wyatt Toney has it for Grand County as they have it set back up in the offensive end. Trace York, baseline drive around Justice Black, sends it into the middle, but it's through the hands of Tatum Bisco, intercepted by San Juan, and Doan runs the court to lay it up.
Man, great job. Again, good defense leading to easy offense there for San Juan. If we see a lot of that tonight, San Juan's definitely doing what they came out here to do. So
the Broncos get the steal and the score, And now a shot is up, no good. I didn't see who threw that up, but it was no good from three-point range. And Trip Palmer went up to get a good rebound for San Juan.
Oh, and San Juan doing a good job switching things up here. Came out in a man-to-man defense that last time, so keeping Moab on their toes here offensively.
Grand County has brought their student section down here. It looks like they're formidable at home, and they're being formidable here tonight in the visitors building. But Anthony Doan puts up the three for San Juan, no good. The rebound will bounce out of bounds on the far sideline in favor of San Juan. So the Broncos will retain possession. The referees will actually discuss it and give it to Grand County, however.
Yeah, like you said, we've got two full student sections here tonight. It's loud in here. This is going to be a fun environment all night long.
So Grand County takes the dead ball rebound. They bring it down court. Trace York goes up on a baseline drive. He's fouled by Justice Black, and he'll go to the line as those two counterparts do battle right there. And that'll be Black's first of the night. Trace York, it's Lane Berry. I keep calling him Trace York. I don't know why. York is not even on the floor, but that's Lane Berry. And this is his second trip to the line.
You know, and that's a hard part sometimes, playing that man-to-man defense. If you get beat off the dribble, you have to have that help side defense come off, and that's exactly what Justice did and kind of left Lane Berry wide open underneath as soon as he sagged off. And so if we're going to stay in this man-to-man defense, they got to make sure that they don't allow that penetration so quick.
And now Jake Ivins is in the game for San Juan. That's the traditional starter for this Bronco offense. And he'll hand it off to Anthony Doan, who drives through the lane, kicks it to the left side for Trip Palmer. His short jumper won't go, and it's pulled down by Grand County.
Yeah, that's not a bad look there from San Juan. You just hope to see Trip kind of go up and finish that one.
And Grand County makes him pay as JT Dowd comes down the other way and drains a three from straight away. So the Broncos are down 8-4 now, and the ball tipped away by Wyatt Toney on the steal, and he will go down court to lay it in. So Grand County goes up 10-4 here in the early stages. The Broncos will call a timeout with 3:19 left in the first quarter and down by 6.
Yeah, well, Grand, a good little stretch there for them. They got some good offensive rebounds. They had a couple steals, led to some easy points there for them. So San Juan, they got to just settle down here. They came out with a pretty good game plan, I thought. They just got to stick to it, execute. And then you got to just make some of those shots on the offensive end. They've had some pretty good looks, but just haven't had all of them fall for them yet.
And to me, that's one of the toughest things, Bobby, is just sticking with your game plan, trusting in it, continuing to battle. It doesn't matter as much. I mean, it matters how you start, but it matters more how you finish.
Yeah, I agree. And sometimes it is hard because, you know, you're down 6 early on in a home game. It's a big game. It's easy to just kind of panic and scrap and get everything, you know, kind of, I don't even know the word I'm looking for here, but yeah, it's early still. Come out, execute, do what you came in here planning to do, and I think that San Juan will be okay. So
yeah, we know these guys don't have a lot of panic in them. So here is Jake Ivins trying to hand off to Anthony Doan, but he was too well covered. It bounced back to Jake. Now he'll drive through the traffic and score it off the glass with the runner from the right side. Nice play by Jake Ivins.
Yeah, that opened up perfect there for Jake, and that was a good job just knocking down that easy two.
And Grand County has it back in the front court with Jason McKinney. He's bodied by Anthony Doan. They let him continue. And then they go over to the left side, Wyatt Toney.
That's a great job by Anthony, just staying in front of the ball. Don't allow that penetration. That was a good job.
And I don't know. We haven't seen Trace York, the team's leading scorer, out here. So there's a possible injury, I guess. I didn't study enough to know exactly what's going on with him, but here's a three-point shot, no good for Tatum Bisco. Boy, Bobby, these guys are throwing up the three like it's their job.
They are, and I do think that there's a good piece of San Juan's defense that's making them do that.
Right.
I think that that's probably deliberate by Easton to come in and, again, live with those outside shots, make them make those outside shots instead of giving up those easy ones underneath. So,
well, San Juan gets the rebound on that play. And it may have even been a jump ball, but now the Broncos have it stolen away by Grand County. And coming back the other way is Wyatt Toney. And we'll work it into the front court. And they'll hand off, and now are we going to, no, we've got some sort of a violation going on here. And
might have been 5 seconds. I I missed the call.
Me too. So that'll turn it back over to San Juan regardless. And so that is the, let's see. I've made a mistake here. I'll have to figure it out as San Juan brings it back into the front court with it now. And here's Weston Jones driving through traffic, throws up the shot. He's unable to make it, but he does draw the foul, and he'll shoot two.
Good job being aggressive there. Moab's coming out here with this man-to-man defense, so San Juan doing a good job setting some on-ball screens, and as soon as you see that lane, it's good to get your foot down and get inside the key and, yeah, draw fouls or make those buckets. So
that's the first foul of the night on Jackson Carroll. Weston Jones will go to the line for San Juan. This is the Broncos' first trip of the night. They're down 10-6 with just under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter, and Weston Jones' first shot from the line falls off.
Yeah, and I mean, we talk about it almost every game, Rhett, but a lot of these games that San Juan's played, it came down to the free throw shooting, so hopefully that's something that gets cleaned up here early on.
Yeah, the Broncos missed both of those as Weston Jones unable to score. Grand County pulls down the rebound off the second miss, and now they'll set it up in their front court. Here's Tatum Bisco. We got word that there was an offensive charge, so not sure exactly when that was, but I think we've got it all figured out. Now we're going to get a travel called against Grand County as Tatum Bisco took a pass. So the team's kind of trading turnovers right now. That is Grand County's second here in this first quarter. And the Broncos will walk it in. Jake Ivins hands off to Anthony Doan. Now on to Brigham Nielsen. He slipped a little bit, but maintains his footing. They find Trip Palmer on the right side. He misses the 6-footer, and it's rebounded by Grand County. So the Broncos shooting a little bit cold right now. And here's a three on the way. Speaking of Trace York, I guess he's not injured. He's now on the court and hits the three.
Well, I guess the bank's open tonight, Rhett. That was straight on bucket, bank shot.
Wow. And now I think there were a couple turnovers there at midcourt.
Looks like we got a backcourt violation there from Moab. And again, you get those moments sometimes in these rivalry games. Things are sped up quite a bit. And again, I kind of look for the team that can kind of settle things down and dictate how they want to dictate and get the shots that they're looking for.
Yeah, and after the three-pointer from York, it's 13-6 for Grand County. So the Broncos, nice little move to the bucket and scoop it up and score for Anthony Doan. That's his trademark. And he pulls them back to within 5, but Grand County will answer immediately on a fade from the baseline from McKinney.
Yeah, San Juan doing a great job offensively, but they got to make sure they get back on defense and don't give up any easy shots. And then, again, they got to take care of the ball down here offensively. No stupid turnovers.
And I didn't think that Brigham Nielsen went to the air that time, but they do call him for the up and down as he comes back down with the basketball. So that'll be a turnover on San Juan. And the Red Devils will work it into their front court. Little pass to Wyatt Toney. He'll dump it down into the corner. A three on the way. Bounces off from Jason McKinney. Rebounded by San Juan, and they run out of time. I was unaware of the time as well. And 1 quarter is in the books. The Broncos at home tonight against Grand County find themselves down by 7 after 8 minutes of play. We'll take a quick break and return to San Juan County in Blanding. Stay with us. You're listening to High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, we're proud to sponsor San Juan High School athletics. In 1957, Lyle and Clea Johnson founded Lyle Northern Electric. What began as a small business in their family home has grown into the prominent local company it is today, a third-generation owned and operated company. Lyle Northern Electric is honored to have served the people of San Juan County for the past 65 years and is a proud supporter of high school sports.
Live to San Juan High School. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. Rhett Sifford and Bobby Bowering welcoming you back in to Blanding, where it's been a fun first quarter. Grand County leads the Broncos 15-8 through 1. And boy, Grand County found a man wide open. Tatum Bisco missed the layup. And on the rebound, there's a bit of football under there. It's going to be a jump ball. No fouls on that play. I like it.
Yeah, no, that was good. I thought it was a good call, actually. They both went up and they both went to the floor, but jump ball, give the possession to San Juan here.
There's some booing, but either team could have taken a foul on that play.
Yeah,
so.
I think so. I think that was the right call there.
So the possession goes to San Juan, and they'll work it in. Weston Jones cross court to Jagger Neves, who's in for the first time tonight. He's hit on the baseline as he shoots. He'll go to the line.
Well, good job by Jagger getting his head down and getting himself to the line here. And again, just got to capitalize on these opportunities from the foul line tonight.
And that was the first foul to Trace York. I guess, I don't know. It's not senior night here for Grand County, but York is a junior, so it could be, well, there were some other juniors who started. I'm not 100% sure why the leading scorer didn't start tonight, but that could be some internal thing. I don't know, I guess.
Maybe some in-house stuff going on there.
So Jagger Neves misses the first of two, but he hits the second. And that makes it 15-9 as Anthony Doan strips it away from Lane Berry, but it goes out of bounds on the near sideline. So Grand County will reset as the press shows up a little bit from San Juan here.
Yeah, I think that kind of caught Grand off guard there. They didn't have too many people come up to help and didn't really get set there. So.
And the Broncos are going to force a turnover at midcourt with the press. And a nice play by R.J. Dally as he's sailing out of bounds to knock that off a Grand County player. That should be San Juan basketball.
Yeah, they changed it. I think he just got caught up and threw his arm the wrong way. The official did there, but that was a great hustle play by R.J. Dally.
I can't, with the place so full and half, basically blue and red in here tonight. It's tough to tell who's cheering for what because it's not a traditional visitors' stands here tonight since there's a bit of overflow from Grand County's people. Now the Broncos force another turnover and another foul to Jagger Neves. He'll go to the line once again.
San Juan having a lot of success here early in the second quarter with that press. It's turned to a couple of turnovers here. They've just got to make sure that they can capitalize here and turn this into points for them and see if they can get cut into that lead a little bit. And
the foul is the second to Trace York as Jagger Neves hits the first of two.
They're going to be getting him out of the ball game.
Wow,
here.
So he comes in and goes out almost as quickly. And so he will have to sit for a little bit. And the Broncos are okay with that as Neves drains both this time. So maybe the foul shooting warming up a bit for San Juan. They pulled back to within 4 as we're a minute into this second quarter now. It's 15-11. And Grand County working it across the line in traffic. And now a drive to the bucket. Nice shot block by Keaton Ivins. And the Grand County is actually able to keep possession. And now it is Lane Berry driving. He'll kick to the right wing. Now over to the left side they go. Jason McKinney on the drive to the baseline. Misses for the second time on this series, but once again an offensive rebound for Grand County. A three is no good for J.T. Dowd, and the rebound off Grand County out of bounds. Boy, San Juan's defense right there allowing 4 opportunities, and they're fortunate to not get scored on there.
Yeah, San Juan's playing great defense. I think they're getting the shots that they want Grand to be taking, but yeah, too many second chance opportunities for Grand.
And now Jagger Neves will pull up from just inside the arc and misses, and that is rebounded by Grand County. And I think that's what San Juan would like to do, is eliminate those second chance opportunities. But right now Grand County winning on the boards as Lane Berry misses from 3. Now they go inside and draw a foul. They'll go to the line and shoot a couple here.
Yep, and again, that's off an offensive rebound there from San Juan. And I mean, you just got to find a body and box a guy out there if you're San Juan. It doesn't matter if it's your man or not. Find somebody, box him out, and let somebody go get that rebound.
And that's the first foul on R.J. Dally. J.T. Dowd drains the first of 2 from the line. And so he's got another shot coming. That makes it 16-11. That's the first time Grand County scored in a couple minutes, I think. And he makes both of them. So Dowd has 5 points on the night. That ties the scoring lead. San Juan quickly back in the offensive end. Here's a three from Keaton Ivins, no good. And rebounded by Grand County. And the crowd went nuts there. I must have missed something on the rebound.
It was a weird spin on that ball. It almost fell back
Almost
down
went
on
in,
the second,
gotcha.
but not
Okay.
quite.
And an offensive foul on JT Dowd here for Grand County will turn it back over to San Juan.
And San Juan, they've got kind of their smaller, faster lineup in here right now. Obviously, Keaton Ivins gives you some length underneath the basket, but kind of be looking for San Juan to get out running, pushing the issue here a little bit more with the lineup that they have in.
RJ Daly comes right through traffic, has the shot blocked, and cleanly, so Grand County gets their first block of the night, and now they'll work it into the offensive end. Jason McKinney misses from three, and it's rebounded by San Juan. The Broncos are running it up, like you said, Bobby, and Jagger Neves hands off into the corner to Weston Jones. He finds Jake Ivins underneath. Missed the first shot on the second. He's fouled, and he'll go to the line.
Well, that was a great cut by Jake, and I'm not even sure who found him over there who made the assist, but it was a good cut by Jake and way to stick with it. And, again, got to knock these foul shots down here.
And that is the first foul on Wyatt Toney. The Broncos get another offensive rebound that time. They're up to 10 rebounds in the game, trailing San Juan just by 2, and Jake Ivins knocks down the first of the 2 foul shots. So the Broncos back to within 5 again. 5:14 is left in this first half, and Ivins makes both. So he's got 4 for the Broncos. That ties for San Juan's scoring lead, and it's 17-13. This is as close as the Broncos have been since the beginning of the game. Well, they wanted to get a Wyatt Toney three. They do out of the corner, and he knocks it down.
Well, San Juan came out in that 1-3-1 zone defense, and sometimes that's where you're a little susceptible in that defense is down in the low corner, and Grand making them pay for it.
Yeah, they stacked a guy over there for a screen and gave Wyatt Toney a wide open look from behind his teammate, and he made no mistake as Weston Jones misses from 3. Rebounded by Grand County. They run it up and miss on a layup try from Jason McKinney. San Juan gets this rebound, and they'll run it back up. R.J. Daly 3 is on the way, no good. And rebounded by Grand County. So the Broncos not really sustaining a whole lot of time in the front court right now. And Grand County has it back in their front court as Wyatt Toney drains another 3. Again, that left low corner, he likes it down there and hits 2 in a row.
Yeah, he's found his spot down there for sure, and that's 2 big threes right there for Grand County to push this thing to 10 points.
23-13. We're going to get a foul here against Grand, it would appear. And I think, is that on Toney? It is, his second. So Wyatt Toney, who leads scoring right now, is called for his second foul. And so Jake Ivins at the line once again for San Juan.
Yeah, and I think that puts San Juan in the bonus through the rest of the way out here. So if San Juan can kind of stay aggressive and get some fouls, maybe they can get themselves to the foul line, maybe slow this game down a little bit, kind of get it back under control and see if they can kind of swing the momentum here before half.
Ivins makes the first, misses the second, but you are right, Bobby. They're in the bonus, so they will be shooting from here on out. They're going to keep going to Wyatt Toney out of the corner, but this time he drives baseline. The shot bounces off. A tap back is no good either. And then the ball out of bounds off Grand. The Grand County folks don't like it. But the rebound to San Juan on this play, and the Broncos will inbound from the defensive baseline as Jagger Neves gets it into Jake Ivins, and they will walk it across with 3:50 left in the first half. San Juan down 23-14. They were as close as 4, but a couple three-point baskets, and now Anthony Doan has one rim out. Jagger Neves is under there, can't score, but on the rebound, it'll go out of bounds off of, it looks like it's going to be a foul, and that'll be on Jason McKinney.
Yeah, and that's going to send Jagger Neves to the line there. And again, San Juan this first half, I think that they've kind of gotten to the spots that they want to offensively, but they've just had a hard time seeing that ball go through the hoop and finishing a lot of these shots.
Well, I'm just going to say this. The game is being called similarly, just oppositely of what we saw in Grand County. Just so you know.
Kind of funny
just so everybody out there knows. as Jagger Neves drains the first of the two here. I remember thinking numerous times in that game and stating out loud how few fouls Grand County was getting up in Moab. So, hey, turnabout's fair play, right?
Yep, how the tables have turned.
23-16 as Neves makes both of those, and so Grand County will try to work it across amidst a press from San Juan. Trace York back in the game for the Red Devils, and he'll take a pass, takes a long right wing three, no good, and rebounded by Anthony Doan. And the Broncos will work it in. Doan in traffic, takes it all by himself to the hole, and the shot rolls off again. So he's close, but not getting those to fall right now.
Yeah, again, I mean, that's not a bad shot by San Juan. I think you'd live with that 10 out of 10 times. You just would hope to see that get finished and go through the hoop.
Wyatt Toney takes a three, no good for Grand County. Rebounded by San Juan, and a nice pass down court from Jake Ivins. Anthony Doan had gotten free, out ahead of everybody. Easy layup for the Broncos senior.
That was a great job by Jake, just getting his eyes up and getting the ball down to Anthony. Anthony does such a good job kind of putting himself in that position after and just getting out and getting those easy 2 points. So if you're San Juan, that's a good way to get the momentum coming back your way. But
well, Wyatt Toney missed a runner for Grand County, and they call Jagger Neves on the foul during the rebound. So Grand County will get the benefit of the rebound and possession here, up by, well, I got to do math here, I guess. They're up by 5. It's 23-18. I need to go back to high school, I think, Molly. And now Grand with a pass inside. They'll call a foul on the floor on Jagger Neves. Back-to-back fouls against the Broncos sophomore here. And they have 3 in the second quarter now, so Grand County still not in the bonus. They will have to inbound from the baseline in the front court. And it is Jason McKinney surveying the scene. And he throws an interception as the Broncos steal the basketball. And they come down court, but a pass through the middle goes untouched out of bounds on the near sideline. That'll be a turnover back to Grand County.
Again, it looked like Jake was looking for Brigham Nilsson underneath the hoop, and I thought Brigham was there. I just don't know if he didn't see the pass or what happened. That was kind of a weird sequence of events right there.
So Grand County gets the ball back, and they'll run it across. The ball deflected, but finds its way to York. He bodies his way to the bucket, can't score. Now they battle for the loose ball. Jagger Neves with an outstanding job to pull that out of traffic. And the Broncos will work it across, and now Brigham Nielsen is wide open. Hands back to Jagger Neves, pulls up from just inside the arc and hits the jumper.
Great job knocking that shot down by Jagger. And man, there's just been a lot of good hustle plays tonight from the San Juan team. Jagger on the other side fighting for that rebound and then coming back down and hitting the big shot. So a lot of heart being shown tonight by the San Juan Bronco team.
And very quietly, San Juan is back to within 3, 23-20. They were down by as much as 10 in this here in the first half and have rallied back. And now we get a timeout called by Grand as we're nearing the last few minutes here of this first half, or last couple minutes, I should say. It's a fun one, as we expected, here tonight in the final game of the regular season for these two rivals. And high school hoops tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part by Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Utah State University Blanding, San Juan Health, Car Shop Auto Body, Colleen Kays, author of the 7 Dynamos of Organizational Power, Red Mechanical, San Juan Building Supply, Flights Gymnastics, Northern Electric, Emory Telcom, Napa Motor Parts, and Creative Floors. A huge thanks to all the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible as Grand County inbounds the basketball coming out of their timeout, and Jason McKinney walks it across, works it to the left wing. Now comes top of the key for Bisco, back in the middle to York. And over on the wing again to McKinney. Now down to the baseline. Working on the defensive trip, Palmer. I can't see who that is for Grand, and the ball bounces back out. That was Barry. That's who I thought, but I thought maybe he'd gone off the court. But boy, another offensive rebound for Grand County.
Yeah, again, I think San Juan has done a great job defensively tonight, but the one thing that you can say is the rebounding has lacked.
And now they're going to call Brigham Nielsen for a foul here, his first. And still, Grand County not in the bonus. That was a foul on the floor, so they'll just reset in the front court here from the baseline. And working personnel in and out, San Juan, as Jagger Neves comes out. And I guess maybe was it R.J. Dowley who came back in?
Yep, I think R.J. came in for him. And I was wondering if we were going to get a sub for Jagger. He's looking pretty winded there coming out of that timeout, so probably a good substitute.
And that, boy, coach notices when their players are winded, huh? You're a good coach, Bobby. Here's a fade for York from the three-point line. He was inside the arc, missed the shot. The rebound bounced right down on someone's head, and a foul against Lane Berry of Grand County, his first, and that is the 7th here in the quarter. So obviously San Juan continues to shoot. Trip Palmer will very appropriately make the trip for San Juan.
Yeah, and again, if you're Grand, you want to be careful here. You don't want to give San Juan any easy buckets. You're still holding on to a 3-point lead here, right? A minute left to go in the half, so giving some easy buckets here, this could be good for San Juan.
And Palmer misses on the first, so that doesn't help the cause for San Juan. However, a miss here, obviously, well, if you make it right here, then Grand will get the basketball. Down to 58 seconds to go. I guess if you wanted to miss one, you wanted to miss the second one, make the first one and get a rebound and score, make it a 3-point play. But Palmer makes the second of the two, so the Broncos are within 2. And Grand County now trying to work it across with the press. Good quick passing, and they do. Lane Berry puts up a 3, bounces off. Good rebound by Anthony Doan, but his momentum carries him out of bounds. But it looks like they're going to call a foul on Tatum Bisco on the rebound.
Again, just not something you want to do if you're Grand. I mean, that's 2 times that you've had just easy fouls right there, putting San Juan to the line. You're not even making San Juan work for it at this point.
And now Anthony Doan, who has 6 points tonight, leading San Juan scorers. I believe Neves has 7 off the bench. So Doan could tie the game, but now he misses the first of the 2 foul shots, so he'll only be able to pull him to within 1 here. We talk about the foul shots, Bobby, and the Broncos, I think, have had times when they've been okay tonight, but I think in the second half they're going to want to improve on the foul shooting a little. But Doan makes the second, pulls him back to within 1. Now we get a whistle as Grand County tries to work it across the line, and Doan is going to be called for his second foul of the night, and that will put Grand County into the bonus.
Yeah, a lot of fouls here in the last 10 seconds of play.
Yeah, down to 43 seconds left in the half now. And the Broncos have stormed back, if you will, as they were down by 10 in this. I don't know. I think it was it 23-13?
It was 23-13. Yeah, that's when we got down by 10. And, yeah, the Broncos have sneakily kind of worked their way back into this ball game right before halftime.
But the Red Devils are finally back on the board here as Jason McKinney hits the first of these 2 foul shots. So really only putting Grand County to the line is all that's helped him, and McKinney misses the second here. So you talk about that San Juan defense, Bobby, and they have done a good job limiting the good looks for this Grand County offense tonight. Even though the rebounding maybe hasn't been where they want it, the Broncos are forcing bad shots. And now R.J. Dowley kicks the ball out of bounds as he was driving, so that'll turn it back over to Grand.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough to come down and not even get a look at a shot. And now Grand County, they can hold this one out to the last shot. Shot clock's turned off here, so.
We'll work it into the middle, and now a quick handoff and a quick score. So the Broncos will get a chance to have the ball back, but now down by 4, 26-22 on a nice pass that time to Jason McKinney. He made a nice cut through the middle. And an easy layup for the Grand County senior as Weston Jones will pull up for the 3 from the left wing at the buzzer. It rims out, and that is how the half will end. It's a 26-22 lead for Grand County, but the Broncos were down by as much as 10 in that half. We'll take a break and return with halftime stats. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
With a changing economy and advancing technology, it's time that marketing and selling of real estate in San Juan County catches up. Four Corners Homes and Property Management is changing the game. Every Four Corners Homes listing includes 3D mapping and virtual tours, professional photos, a digital and global 21st century footprint, and marketing exposure that makes it easy for buyers to find and identify what makes your listing unique. Marketing and exposure sells real estate, and if you want the best, you need Four Corners Homes on your team. Find us at fourcornershomes.net or call 801-404-0058.
Compared to the vocational schools of the past, today's career and technical education courses span nearly every industry, including health science, business, digital arts, and computer science. CTE students learn valuable, real-world technical skills with a solid academic foundation while exploring career options or pursuing their passions. Did you know San Juan School District offers 19 CTE pathways for secondary students? To learn more, talk to a school counselor or CTE teacher today.
Last year I was at my lowest, going through some pretty serious depression. A couple of friends of mine stopped by the house and said they were worried about me. Said they'd feel a lot better if they could hold on to my firearms until things turned around. I think they saved my life.
If your loved ones are struggling, talk to them about temporarily storing their guns away from their home, because things do get better.
San Juan High School in Blanding, Utah. It's the site of our high school hoops matchup tonight on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. We do welcome you all in. It's Rhett Sifford alongside Bobby Bowering tonight as the San Juan cheerleading squad performs at halftime of this final basketball game of the regular season for these boys' rivals tonight. It's Grand County in town and leading at halftime 26-22. The Red Devils outscoring San Juan 15-8 in the first quarter, but the Broncos rally to outscore the Red Devils 14-11 in the second quarter. The Broncos were down by as much as 10 in that first half. So a good rally for San Juan to salvage the half a bit and make this thing close at halftime. And they're well in this game for sure headed into the second half. Let's take a look at some first half stats. And I think maybe the one that stands out is the offensive rebounds, which we were alluding to there in that first half. And 7 offensive boards for Grand County and just 3 for San Juan. So the second chance opportunities definitely belong to Grand County in that first half, and the Broncos might have to find a way to box out a little bit better. However, San Juan does have 12 defensive rebounds as well, so Grand County has just taken more shots than San Juan, and the rebounds are actually pretty close ultimately. Grand County does have the slight edge, 19-17, and of course this is unofficial, but I've got, let's see, as far as shooting goes from the floor, neither team very amazing in that first half. San Juan has the slight edge, 6 of 22 for 27% all total, and Grand County a measly 25% in the first half, 8 of 32. So like I said, they've taken a lot of shots, but a lot hasn't gone in. From 2-point range, San Juan faring a lot better than Grand County, 6 of 14 for 43%. So from inside tonight, San Juan doing a little bit better. Grand County is 4 of 15 for 27%. From beyond the arc, Grand County 4 of 17 for 24%. And San Juan has yet to hit a three-point basket tonight. They're 0 of 8. From the free throw line, San Juan 10 of 16 for 63%. But Grand County is 6 of 7 for 86%. So if the Broncos can heat up a little bit from the free throw line, I think they're going to fare a little bit better in the second half. They obviously, Bobby, earned more chances in that first half.
Yeah, and I think that they did a really good job getting the shots that they wanted to, and some of those led to trips to the foul line, and some of them led to an easy 2-point. So I don't really think if you're San Juan, you need to just reconstruct the boat here. I mean, we talked about it early on, just stick with the game plan. I think that it was a good plan for them, and just come out and maybe execute a little bit better in the second half. So.
Well, we want to take a look at some individual stats, too, before we take another break. And started off with the visitors tonight, Grand County. And it's Wyatt Toney leading the way for the Red Devils with 8 points. 3 different players have 5 apiece. Jason McKinney, J.T. Dowd, and Lane Berry. And it's Trace York, the team's leading scorer, with just 3. And for some reason, he didn't start the game tonight and saw sparing time in that first half. He did register 2 fouls, so that was a factor in his first half playing time. The 3-point baskets, again, Grand County does have 4. 2 of them for Wyatt Toney, and J.T. Dowd and Trace York both have 1 apiece. For San Juan, it is 2 players with 7 points apiece. Jagger Neves off the bench, and Anthony Doan, the team's leading scorer, both with 7. Jake Ivins has 5. Justice Black has 2 points. He did start the game tonight by virtue of it being senior night tonight. And then Trip Palmer off the bench has 1 from the free throw line so far tonight from San Juan. Again, they have no 3-point baskets yet to speak of here in this ball game. So, Bobby, I think maybe San Juan might want to spread the scoring around a little bit more in the second half and improve a little bit from the free throw line. Be the only 2 things I would think.
Yeah, I think so too. And then defensively, they played fantastic.
Yep.
Just clean up your rebounding a little bit. Don't give Moab as many second chance points as they had that first half. And again, I think that's a great game plan. And they came in and they executed it pretty well that first half, but just clean a couple things up here. And I think they're going to have a chance to win this ball game here come the end. So.
Yeah, it's definitely a fun battle. It's obviously going to go down to the wire, even though Grand pulled the lead out a little bit midway through that first half. The Broncos reeled it back in, and we'll see if San Juan can take the momentum into the second half. We'll take one more break. We'll come back out for the start of the third quarter. Stay with us live from Blanding. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Should have had you bring me.
At Energy Fuels, creating opportunities and participating in the local community is important to us. Thanks to our dedicated employees, we're safely producing critical materials that support cleaner energy sources and a better planet for future generations. Knowing that the youth of today will make great contributions tomorrow, we're proud to sponsor San Juan High School athletics.
Utah is our home, unique in its strengths and struggles. And sadly, suicide in Utah is one of our greatest challenges. So people across the state are coming together to answer the call, to change our culture around suicide, give hope, and provide genuine help. Together, we can get through, lift up, look ahead, and live on. Learn how you can.
We have branches available in Blanding, Monticello, and Bluff. Come on down and see us.
Here at Utah Navajo Health System, our mission statement is we exist to improve your quality of life through comprehensive, self-empowered, culturally sensitive, and amazing customer service.
Back live to San Juan High School in Blanding. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live. It's a fun one here tonight with a couple of big long-time rivals duking it out here tonight on the San Juan High School gym floor. Rhett Sifford and Bobby Bowering welcoming you back in here tonight as we begin the second half. It's Grand County leading San Juan 26-22. This is the final game of the regular season for these two teams. And the state tournament begins next Wednesday. And I believe both of these teams, Grand would have the better shot at getting a bye in the first round, but I think they were a couple places out of that position. San Juan is definitely going to be hosting a game here on Wednesday, most likely, but of course that'll be revealed tomorrow, I believe, as Grand County misses a shot right off the hop here. And they battle for the rebound, and I love that they're giving jump balls on these physical rebounds tonight.
Yeah, no, it's not bad. But again, like San Juan, you got to get a body on that guy. Don't make that so easy for them to be crashing the boards. And again, jump ball, they get possession, that's good, but hopefully that gets cleaned up here.
So San Juan will work it into the front court, going from left to right on your radio dial here in this second half as they'll work it back and forth with quick passing. Anthony Dome will drive right of the paint. He's going to try to get his scoop shot up, but he can't score. But Keaton Ivins is right there to grab the loose ball, bank it in from the right side.
Yeah, great job by Keaton, just sticking with the play, going up, getting the rebound, getting easy two here.
And that is Ivins' first points of the night. And so that's a perfect time to get those. That's one of the things we mentioned at halftime, is San Juan wanted to get more of their guys on the score sheet here in this second half, and so that's a good start. And now Grand County throws the ball away amidst the press of San Juan at midcourt.
Well, that press has done pretty good for San Juan. I thought there towards the end of the first half that Grand had done a pretty good job breaking the press, but man, it came out and got a quick turnover for San Juan. So,
oh my goodness, that was like a knife through butter as Jake Ivins cuts right through the D. I don't know what happened over there for Grand County, but Ivins an easy layup, and now a shot block the other way for Keaton Ivins, and now a steal for Anthony Doan. So a block and a steal for San Juan, and Doan runs the court to lay it up, and the Broncos have their first lead since the beginning of the game.
And you love to see the energy that San Juan came out of the half with here, both offensively and defensively.
A block and a steal and a bucket for Anthony Doan on that same play. I'm sorry, the block was Keaton Ivins, but the steal for Anthony Doan and the score.
Yeah, Keaton coming out making some really good plays here to start the half off early. That's a good sign if you're San Juan.
So Grand County has it back in the front court here. San Juan with a bit of momentum here to start the second half. Down into the corner goes Grand County. Now they'll bounce it to the baseline. Barry sends it into the right corner, and J.T. Dowd makes no mistake on the three from over there. Grand County takes the lead back. Nope, it looks like they've given him a two. So that ties us up at 28 apiece.
And if you're San Juan, I think you're okay living with that shot. I mean, that's an outside shot. Yeah, a couple of them will go in, but you'd rather have them taking those than easy buckets underneath. So.
And Jake Ivins is not able to score underneath here for San Juan. It looks like we're going to get a foul here on the Broncos on the ensuing rebound. And so Grand County will get the basketball. That's the second personal foul against Brigham Nielsen today.
They're showing three.
They do have three. So
he's getting subbed out. So
I must have missed one. Oh, he must have both fouls here. There's two fouls, so I missed.
Oh, yeah.
So there you go. So San Juan has two fouls here in the half already.
Two quick ones.
Now Wyatt Toney hits a three. So San Juan came out of the starting blocks with the momentum here in the second half, but a couple of threes for Grand County, and they have retaken the lead. Now Keaton Ivins fakes the three, drives baseline, and scores on the runner.
Man, Coach Nielsen might need to remember what he said to Keaton Ivins half. Keep that in his back pocket because he's came out on fire here.
He's got four already for San Juan. The Broncos are within one. There's a nice spin in the lane for Jason McKinney. He dumped it down for a shot, but they fouled him before he did that, and this is going to be on Jake Ivins. This will shock you. It's his first, Bobby.
Man, attaboy, Jake.
Got to get in. So now all five starters for San Juan have at least one foul. Grand County's been there for a little while. And it's nobody in the bonus. It wasn't a shooting foul. I think that may have benefited San Juan there. I think Graham was going to get an open look, but there's a three up in the air, no good from J.T. Dowd. The Broncos almost mishandled the rebound, but they retain it, work it in. Doan kicks to Neves for a three, no good, and Grand County on the rebound. And they will run it up, and now knocking Daly down and suffering a little bit of an injury here is Jason McKinney, and he is hobbled out here at midcourt as those two guys came together.
I don't know if they hit knees or what, but that
have.
Never feels good to hit knees.
And that is Daly's second, and this will be a shooting foul. I don't know if McKinney is going to have some difficulty continuing here. He is struggling to even stand up. But, wow, with ice in his veins, he makes the first
he's in pain.
Two. He is in serious pain.
He's feeling that.
Yeah, he looks no good down here. And so he's at the line, though, driving through and hits both of them. And my guess is we're going to see him come out temporarily at least. And he is having a rough go making it to the sideline here. So McKinney will sit down. He has 7 for Grand County. That's one of the few times he's been out tonight. And the Red Devils are up by 3. Now a pass bounces back to Jake Ivins, on to Keaton Ivins, and they wave his shot away out of the corner over here. Is there a problem with there's some debris on the floor, I guess?
Mini basketball made its way onto the court.
That is unfortunate. That really breaks up San Juan's play. Ivins was wide open and would have tied the game with that shot, or could have tied the game with that shot. Instead, the Broncos will have to set another play from the baseline here. And Ivins doesn't have a lot of option. Now finally he finds Keaton Ivins out high. He goes right to the bucket but misses the shot off the glass, and on the rebound there will be a foul. San Juan doing a good job on the offensive board right here, Bobby. That's something they struggled with in the first half, but already better in the second half.
Yeah, they came out crashing hard, and they've had some good second chance opportunities in the second half.
And that is the third on Wyatt Toney, who is the game's leading scorer. Did San Juan miss a shot there or turn it over?
Yeah, it looked like it kind of got blocked. Keaton Ivins went up underneath, and it looked like Lane Berry got his hand on it.
Okay. So Grand County with the block. That is their second of the game. Broncos also have 2. And here's Trace York. Wow, what a spin move for the team's leading scorer, and he banks it off the glass. He made that look easy. And now it's Jagger Neves for San Juan. Finds Anthony Doan. He had a moment at the top of the key. Doesn't shoot. Gives to Jagger Neves. He misses the 3 out of the left corner, and it's rebounded by Grand County. And the Red Devils work it in. Couple handoffs here, and Trace York has it on the right wing. His pass is intercepted by San Juan's R.J. Daly, though, and Keaton Ivins will go to the hole down court and bank it in off the glass. And Ivins is up to 6 points here in this second half after being held to 0 in the first.
Well, Keaton does a good job getting out and running the floor. I mean, and that's kind of tough from a big spot. He's going from block to block, and I mean, you can see he's asking for a breather here because, man, he's been working hard down there. He's been running full court the whole way, and again, good job. He brought a lot of good energy that second half here.
And they bring in 2 guys for him. Oh no, R.J. Daly's coming out too. Yeah, that's when you know you're a big player, is they sub in 2 guys for you. And Keaton Ivins has been strong here to start out this second half for San Juan, helping to keep the Broncos right in it. It's 35-32. Grand County most recently missed a shot, but the rebound off San Juan out of bounds, and now a wonderful hook shot here for Lane Berry as he kept the ball away from the San Juan defense, is able to hook that in, and now Jake Ivins scores for San Juan, and a foul with a spin into the lane.
I think Jake's done a really good job tonight. I mean, there's some games that he kind of gets in there and gets a lot of control, but I felt like he's been very in control tonight. He's been very selective with the shots that he's taken, and he's been very high percentage down there for San Juan.
And that keeps the Broncos within 3. Ivins has a chance to add 1 here. The foul is the second to Jackson Carroll. Ivins can't make the shot, though, and it's rebounded by the Red Devils. Berry will send it ahead to Jackson Carroll. Back to Berry. Left wing 3 is good. So it's a 6-point lead again for Grand, 40-34. Anthony Doan will put up a 3, and that one's off the mark from the right wing. And a whistle on the rebound, a foul against San Juan. This will be against Trip Palmer.
And that's hard sometimes. I mean, if you've played basketball, it's hard not to try and match 3-point shots like that, but that's not San Juan's game. They got to just stick to working the ball inside, getting those high percentage shots underneath the basket, and that kind of sucks too for San Juan. That's going to put Grand in the bonus with that last foul.
Yeah, and still just under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. A lot of times that'll go by quickly, but yeah, not what you want to do if you're San Juan here is allow Grand the opportunities. Grand has been outstanding from the free throw line in this game, so you don't want to give them more opportunities than they had in the first half. But Lane Berry is up to 11 points now. His second shot rims off, and a foul on the rebound to Jackson Carroll, and he looks skyward. I think that'll be his 3rd. And let's see, Jackson Carroll guilty of his 3rd. San Juan will work it in. Weston Jones hands off to Jagger Neves. He's wide open, takes the 3. It won't go. And Grand County on the rebound lobs it up ahead. And now San Juan steals it away. So the Broncos with another steal, and I didn't see who scored.
I missed it too. I was down here looking at this Grand kid that was laying on the court.
Jackson Carroll was flopping down here. Trip Palmer scoring. We don't want to sell him short off the bench there. He worked for that one. That's his first field goal of the ball game. And it keeps San Juan within 5 thanks to the StreamUtah.Live crew behind us here. Kind of like the Truman Show. They're the guys in the control booth back there. So,
yeah, we've got some of these officials talking to some students in the student section over here.
Well, you knew that was going to happen at some point. I'm surprised that no one's been kicked out yet.
I know.
We got a lot of time left in this one. So, boy, that was Trace York. He was like a bull in a china shop right there for Grand County. Now Lane Berry does miss the 3 here. Rebounded by Grand again, and another 3 off the mark. And many opportunities here. Let's see, that was a Jason McKinney 3 off the mark. I think Trace York missed a 2, but a couple offensive rebounds that time for Grand County, and then finally a foul on San Juan.
Yeah, I mean, really, that's been the difference tonight, I think, is just the offensive rebounds that Grand is being able to get. It's really kept them, it's really helped them keep San Juan at arm's length all night long. Anytime San Juan's kind of had a run, I feel like Moab's kind of hit the boards and been able to just keep that lead right in front of them.
Yeah. Well, JT Dowd makes both foul shots, so the Red Devils have stretched the lead to 7 once again. As the Broncos work it in, and here's Jagger Neves, baseline drive, shot is blocked, but it's a foul on Trace York.
Jagger's done a really good job tonight getting himself to the foul line. He's been able to drive, get underneath the basket, and really draw that contact. And I feel like he's been one of our better foul shooters. Just off the top of my head, I don't know what his stats are, but he's been able to knock a couple of these down.
I can tell you, at least unofficially. Give me a sec here. As he goes to the line, yeah, did he make that one?
He did.
So he's 6 of 7. So
okay.
Yeah, 6 of 7 after that one with 8 points. And if he scores here, it'll be 3 players for San Juan with 9 points each, but no, he's not able to. And the rebound wrestled away by Grand County. So the Red Devils will run it across, and it's JT Dowd working it to McKinney. Over to the left wing, a 3 for Trace York is good. And boy, the team's leading scorer heating up here in the second half. As Anthony Doan drives in for San Juan, high off the glass with the quick release, and that will fall as the Broncos answer. 46-39. Now Jake Ivins comes through there with all body, knocks that away with the hand out of bounds. Grand County will reset.
Yeah, and Grand County, they've done a really good job pushing the ball all night, I think. They've been able to create some opportunities on offense, just inbounding the ball super quick and catching San Juan on their heels a little bit.
And so Grand will inbound. It's Wyatt Toney back in the game for the Red Devils. They get a wide open look from straight away. 3 for JT Dowd is off. And a whistle on the rebound. This is going the other way. Foul on Grand County.
Man, for a little guy, Jake kind of got up there for that rebound.
Absolutely. He does have the ups, man. And he definitely is playing with some fire tonight. You can tell it means something to all these players here tonight. Everybody's playing with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
And I think everybody's in the bonus here now, so the Broncos are going to shoot as well.
Yep.
And that's the second foul on Lane Berry for Grand, but Ivins will go to the line again here for the Broncos.
Well, San Juan, if you want to stay in this ball game, they got to have these easy ones here.
Right. Yeah, foul shots are key from here on out. Down to 9.5 minutes to go in the game here. Minute 26 left in the third quarter, and Ivins unable on the first. So it remains 46-39. The Broncos down by 7. Second shot on the way, also off the mark, a little bit short. And Grand County throws the ball away, trying to push it down the court here. So that'll turn it back over to San Juan.
Yeah, San Juan catching a break there. Not able to convert on the foul shots, but getting the ball right back.
So Jake Ivins will walk it back across, looking to redeem himself after that trip to the line, I guess. Weston Jones, unfortunately, though, throws an interception down in traffic on the baseline. So the Broncos turn it over. And here's Wyatt Toney for Grand County. Once again, spotting JT Dowd at the top of the key. He elects not to shoot. Now we get a whistle down on the floor under the bucket as Lane Berry was there. Everything's a shooting foul anyway here, so it doesn't matter. And Trip Palmer guilty of his second on the play.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised, with as much man-to-man defense as San Juan's played, that we haven't seen that a little bit more. Barry obviously outmatches about every kid that San Juan has, and so I'm surprised we haven't seen a little bit more post-up opportunities for him.
And fortunately for San Juan, Barry misses the first of the 2 shots here as R.J. Dally comes back into the game for San Juan, replacing Jagger Neves. And so Lane Barry's second shot is on the way and rims in. 47-39. Here comes San Juan back across the knot line with under a minute now to go in this third quarter. Jake Ivins driving through, and his shot is stuffed, but they're going to call a foul on J.T. Dowd, who thought he got it cleanly. And may have, I don't know.
I think up top it was clean, but there's a little bit of body on that.
Some chest-to-chest action there. So Dowd guilty of his third, and Jake Ivins is at the line again. This time he drains the first. So he's the second Bronco in double-digit scoring. Up to 10 points for Ivins. Anthony Doan has 11. And Ivins is good on both. And now we're going to get a timeout from San Juan with 53 seconds to go in the third quarter, and the Broncos down by 5, 46-41. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live is brought to you in part tonight by the San Juan School District CTE programs, Blue Mountain Foods, Energy Fuels, Precision Rehab, Lee Contracting, Desert Rivers Credit Union, Holiday Construction, San Juan Pharmacy, Canyonlands Tire, Diamond Propane, Reds Ace Hardware, Southeastern Utah 7-Eleven stores, Blue Mountain Hospital, Furniture Gallery, Dependable Auto Repair, Primary Residential Mortgage, Four Corners Electric, San Juan School District Adult Education, and Jones and DeMille Engineering. And a huge thanks to all the sponsors who make these broadcasts possible. And it's like you said, Bobby, the Broncos have been close. They even were able to tie, and actually they battled back and forth with the lead there, early on in this second half. But Grand County seems to be able to get some extra juice from somewhere and continue to remain in the lead, keep them at arm's length, like you said.
Yeah, they've been able to do a good job just hitting shots when they need to, getting steals, big rebounds on the offensive side of the ball. So, again, if you're San Juan, I mean, they've done a good job keeping it here close, but they got to pounce here before too long. I mean, we still got a whole quarter of basketball, but if you're San Juan, you want to get back up to where you're fighting for the lead. So,
yeah, and you said that the three-point game is not San Juan's, and unfortunately tonight it's been exceptionally cold as Wyatt Toney misses from three-point range, and this is uncharacteristic to me. Grand County has 7 threes in this game, but the Broncos are 0 of 12, and so that's a huge factor. Obviously, the three-point baskets really galvanize your team, and so like you said, I think that's been a big part of Grand County's ability to maintain that lead. I guess Grand County folks were upset this ball went out of bounds off Grand, and so San Juan basketball on the dead ball rebound.
Yeah, and again, I mean, if you're San Juan, don't get outside of yourself. Don't get outside of the game. Again, it's not even close to panic mode yet.
Right.
Keep getting those high percentage shots underneath and do what you can to make them count.
Well, Doan is unable to lay one up here in traffic, and Grand County pulls down the defensive board, so they've got it set up in the front court with now 10 seconds to go in the third. Wyatt Toney hands off to McKinney. McKinney finds Lane Barry. Down to 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Barry will step back, sends it underneath. A good steal by San Juan. And now a buzzer-beating miracle shot is up, but no good from Jake Ivins. But a good steal right there to thwart any offense from Grand County. And so Ivins misses the three at the buzzer. And that is the way the third quarter closes. It's a 47-41 lead. Still anybody's game. San Juan's going to have a strong fourth quarter to be sure, but only down by 6.
Yeah, again, I mean, save your best for last year if you're San Juan. They've done a good job keeping it close all game, but time to figure out whatever it takes, that little bit of extra sauce here to kind of get you over the hump here in the fourth quarter. So
we'll take a real quick break and return for the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. It's going to be a fun finish. High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
In honor of those affected in our community, Blue Mountain Hospital is offering our breast cancer screening exams at a cash price of $99 from February 14th through March 14th, 2024. Call 435-678-3993 to make your appointment.
Oh, I gave someone a 3, I bet. Thank you. Back live to San Juan High School as we are underway in the final frame tonight, and I misspoke. It was actually 46-41. I could have sworn I looked at the scoreboard too, so I'm definitely confused. But here is Lane Berry drawing a foul right off the hop here to start the quarter, and he'll go to the line. This is going to be on Keaton Ivins, his third.
Keaton's done a good job. He had 2 quick ones in the first quarter, I think, and so for that to be his third, that's not too bad. I mean, it's fourth quarter. You can give up a couple here.
So Berry drains the first of the 2. He's up to 13 points. So my stats are, of course, unofficial. I took a 3-pointer away from Trace York just to figure out my point situation. That may or may not have been right, so it is what it is, and now the stat line will look a little bit better if you're San Juan. The Broncos get a defensive rebound after Berry can't make the second of the 2 shots here. Now San Juan gets Keaton Ivins wide open for 3 out of the right corner, and he drains it.
Oh, that's good. I mean, good to see one finally go in like we were just talking about.
Yep.
That's their first 3-point bucket, and we're in the fourth quarter, so.
And JT Dowd trying to respond, misses the 3. Rebounded by San Juan, and the Broncos could pull within 1 or tie with a 3 here, but Anthony Doan misses the jumper from the right baseline, and it's rebounded by Grand County. So the 2 teams going back and forth, trading misses right now. And now the ball is missed by JT Dowd, and Lane Berry carries it up over his head in recovery there. That's way up in the sky since you're Lane Berry. And now a shot is no good underneath. The foul on the rebound as JT Dowd missed. The Broncos got that rebound, I thought. But no, it'll be a foul on San Juan's R.J. Daly, it looks like.
Yeah, and again, just San Juan's just kind of out of position there defensively for rebounds, and they're reaching and going over the back of Grand, and they just got to do a better job getting themselves in a good position to get those rebounds.
And so the Red Devils will reset with a fresh 35, and Trace York spins away, scores, and a foul as he beats R.J. Daly on that play, and back-to-back fouls on the Broncos senior.
Yeah, that's quick, and I think that's 4 on R.J., isn't it?
It is.
So I'm sure that Coach Nilsson will be having a sub coming out for him. I mean, he's one of your better shooters, and you're going to probably want him here down the stretch. So.
And York unable to add 1. The Broncos do find a way to get that rebound. And they will work it in. Jake Ivins will send it back out on the high wing to Doan. He tries to get it inside for Keaton Ivins and does. And now Jake Ivins has it on the dribble. Hands off to Doan. Spins his way through a double team. Bounces it to the right corner. Keaton Ivins 3, a little bit too long. And the ball out of bounds off San Juan, going back the other way.
Again, it's not a bad look by Anthony. I mean, that wing defender collapsed on him and left Keaton Ivins wide open, and he just hit one of those shots, and I like the shot. That was a good selection.
Grand County quickly back in the front court with it. Here's Trace York just driving through, and man, just using the size to get to the bucket and score for Grand County in what turned out to be a pretty easy layup for the senior.
Yeah, I mean, you want to contest that a little bit more if you're San Juan.
Now the ball bounces to Trip Palmer, and he gets the shot to roll in from about 7. And Palmer has 5 on the night. That keeps it a little bit honest. The Broncos stay within 5 there. They were in danger of letting Grand get too far out ahead. But it's 51-46, still just under 6 minutes to go in this game. And the Broncos pressing in the backcourt here. Grand County's able to send it ahead to Trace York. He's just going to pull up for 3 and knock it down. Wow.
Man, he's feeling it right now. He's in rhythm, and if you're San Juan, you got to do what you can to knock him off his rhythm. Don't let him get those easy shots, and that's the hard part with that press sometimes. I mean, yeah, you get a lot of good turnovers, but sometimes you do, in turn, give up a lot of easy looks like that, and they're knocking them down right now.
And Jagger Neves is fouled on a drive to the bucket here. He'll go to the line. That's the 4th on Grand's senior Wyatt Toney. And I think someone was asking to wipe the floor. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure what they're asking here.
And yeah, the foul is on Wyatt Toney. I knew that, so, and I know it's his fourth as well. And now they're going to tee up Wyatt Toney, who apparently mouthed off to the official. And now someone is getting kicked out, just like I told you. Someone is getting kicked out. We knew it would happen eventually between these two rivals. And so Toney made the mistake here of not keeping his mouth quiet after he drew his fourth foul, and he will now be fouled out of the game as more people are being kicked out of the ball game.
Trent's having a heyday here. He's just kind of just looking in the stands, waiting to see who else he can toss right now.
Well, we knew it was going to happen, Bobby. I don't know what else to say.
It's been on the brink all night long. You could just feel it.
And so Toney gets the foul and then the technical. So the Broncos, I think, are going to have 4 shots and possession here. This is a huge moment in the game for Jagger Neves.
And that's 5 on Toney, too. He's done.
Yeah, he's out. So,
and again, I mean, we laugh about it, but you got to be smart if you're Grand. You got an 8-point lead on the road with 5 minutes left, and you're going to do something like that to get San Juan back into the game. I mean, it's pretty undisciplined in my opinion.
Yeah, if you're Wyatt Toney right there, you absolutely have to just take it, swallow your pride, but he makes the wrong decision there, and we'll see if it hurts his team.
Yeah.
Jagger Neves does hit the first here.
I mean, San Juan's fired up now. I mean, you can feel the energy change just like that.
Neves hits both. He's up to 10, and now there will be 2 more shots and possession for San Juan. So, a huge turning point in this game. Neves single-handedly could bring them back to within 4 points right here. Plus, the Broncos will have possession.
Yeah.
I've just been keeping an eye on Coach Nielsen, and he's been absolutely calm just walking back and forth on the bench all night.
He's got to be loving this last little thing of events right here. I mean, they're all totally in San Juan's favor. So,
I mean, the Broncos have been trailing this entire game, and I've not seen Easton Nielsen get out of control at all down here.
Yeah, good on him. I mean, kids feed off of that. You know, if you're out of control and it's a big rivalry game like this, sometimes it throws your kids off. I'm sure that they see how composed he is, and they're going to feed off that in a positive way.
Well, Toney fouled out of the game with 11 points. The Broncos made 3 of the 4 shots, and now they have the basketball, but they do throw an interception underneath here. So Grand County steals it away. And coming across the line here, what happened here looks like a foul on Keaton Ivins. So maybe a little retribution foul on him as he turned the ball over and or frustration foul, I should say.
Yeah, and San Juan's got to be careful. I mean, there's still 5.5 minutes left, and that's 4 fouls. So
yeah. So Ivins has 4. R.J. Daly has 4 in the game. And Grand County has the basketball in the front court. Here's Trace York driving left side. Now they double team him. He does an unbelievable job to get out of traffic there, but missed the hook shot, and the Broncos pull down the rebound. And now if you're the Broncos, you got to remain calm here and play your game. Here's Jake Ivins stepping back. So the Broncos do a good job of doing just that. They're going to take some time to set it up. Jake Ivins thought about rising up, but did not. Now Trip Palmer will, and he airballs the 6-footer. And now Jake Ivins is clobbered as he goes up for the putback, and he'll shoot 2.
Well, who else but Keaton Ivins right there? I mean, just a pure hustle play from Keaton. Just goes after that ball that's going out of bounds and saves it, and Jake's right there to be the benefactor of it, and he gets to go to the line here.
And that's the 3rd foul on Lane Berry for Grand County. Still a lot of time left in this game. 4:54, and Jake Ivins is at the line again for San Juan. Rolls in the first shot. So San Juan is within 4 once again. It's 54-50.
And it's so fun. I'm sure we're going to be talking about it after the game, but you just wonder what this game would look like if we didn't have 2 fans get tossed and a technical foul. And, I mean, it just totally changed the ball game.
It wouldn't be a game between San Juan and Grand County, would it? So here's Grand back in the front court. They'll toss it back out high. Anthony Doan almost stripped it away from Lane Berry. Now a crazy tip pass. Trace York, oh my goodness, I hope he's all right. He fell awkwardly there as he slipped down. It looks like he's okay. And by the way, it's also good to see Jason McKinney back in the game, who is still limping a little bit but doesn't look near as bad as he did. That was a turnover on Grand on the travel, I believe. And so the Broncos could tie with a 3 once again here. And Jake Ivins is wide open. He thought about it. Now he smirks because he doesn't take the shot. And here's Jagger Neves with a spin through traffic, and he scores it off the glass. San Juan is back to within 1. It's 54-53, and they are pumped. And now a turnover here against Grand at midcourt, and San Juan will get the ball back.
Man, what a basket by Jagger that last time down. That was just a beautiful finish, and sprung the press on him there and got the good turnover for San Juan. So, yeah, they're looking to get the lead here.
And now a whistle. The shot is waved off. We're going to get a, is this an off-the-ball foul on Keaton Ivins? And he will foul out of the game. So if you foul out, then can you commit numerous technical fouls without getting called? I guess not. Probably not. You probably just get your 6th and 7th and 8th foul.
You probably could, and then you send the other team to the line to shoot some free shots and whatever it takes. But, yeah, that's a big one for San Juan right there, though. I mean, he's brought a lot of good energy for San Juan here the second half. So.
Yeah, so that is a tough blow for the Broncos. Ivins will leave with 9 points. Justice Black is going to come in to replace him. And Justice had a good start to the game. He did start for senior night tonight, so the senior is back in. And we'll see if he can contribute for San Juan. This is going to be Grand basketball inbounding in the backcourt. Boy, so the Broncos, this is maybe the 3rd or 4th time they've rallied, and they are within 1. And I think they're discussing this. I believe, well, Grand goes into the bonus here, but it was an offensive foul, so it won't be shots, I don't believe.
Yeah, I'm not even sure kind of how that all goes.
Yeah, if it's an offensive foul, there's no shots ever.
Okay.
So even if a team's used to be in the double bonus back in the day, if it was an offensive charge, the other team didn't shoot. So
gotcha.
So that remains the same. So even though it's the 5th team foul for San Juan in the quarter, Grand doesn't get shots here. So they inbound, and now they throw it away as the Broncos intercept. And so Trace York, uncharacteristically that time, just threw it into open court, and it was unrecovered, and now Trip Palmer hits the corner of the backboard on a shot from the left corner for 3.
Yeah, and I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen a timeout here. Oh, there we go.
So Coach Bird is going to call a timeout. He's pretty calm down here on the bench, too.
He is.
It's all the people around him who are losing their minds, I think, but boy, these two head coaches are pretty calm, cool, and collected down here. And it is now 54-53 as the dust settles a little bit on this timeout. We got a minute timeout here. We'll take a real quick break ourselves and come back to continue this exciting ball game here tonight in Blanding. It's High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Life is a series of cherished moments, filled with milestones that define our journey. Moments of love, joy, and shared experiences. Each moment contributes to our story. As each chapter unfolds, our experiences shape us, defining who we are. When it's time to celebrate a life, ensure your loved ones are remembered with the grace, dignity, and individuality they deserve. San Juan Mortuary, celebrating life, honoring memories, transcending tradition.
Here during the timeout, Sweet Caroline, that may be the most famous song among high school basketball bands across the nation, I think.
Gotta love it.
Yeah. And now whistles as Grand gets set to inbound, and they're going to get called for a delay of game here.
I didn't even see what he did.
So
he
I guess
crossed the plane because there's an invisible wall there that you can't cross. You can't reach over the inbound line.
And it's they don't lose possession, so I don't even really know what that means. But they will go on the baseline, and Jason McKinney scores it off the glass right back to him on the inbound play. So it's a 3-point lead for Grand County, 56-53. We're down to 3.5 to go. Here's Justice Black draining the jumper once again, just like he did back to open the scoring in the first quarter. So he's got 4, and now a Grand player goes tumbling down. This will be the 3rd foul on Anthony Doan, and now this will be shots for the Red Devils.
Yeah, that was kind of a bad foul there by San Juan. You hit the big shot there to get you back in within 1, and now you're just sending them right to the line. But
so it's a 56-55 lead for Grand. JT Dowd hasn't been the best foul shot shooter tonight for Grand, but he drains the first.
And, kudos to Justice Black. I mean, staying ready. He comes in, and he's got the open shot, and he takes it. A lot of kids might not be ready to come in and take a shot right away off the bench like that. So,
and he did in both starting quarters. So Dowd misses the second foul shot. Grand County gets their own rebound, though, and I think Lane Berry will draw a shooting foul here once again. So a tough situation on the rebound for San Juan that time.
Yeah, and again, just the rebounding woes of San Juan tonight. They've struggled all night long with it, and it's still rearing its head here in the fourth quarter.
And Berry will go to the line and shoot a couple and drains the first. That's no surprise. He's been outstanding tonight from the line. He does lead scoring with 14 points. Actually, he and Trace York are tied now with 14 points. Berry's second shot falls off, so that's a break for San Juan. They rebound it and run it up, and definitely no time to panic right here. Plenty of time left, over 3 minutes to go. There's Jake Ivins having a shot blocked, and Grand County will snatch it away and come up court.
Yeah, not the shot you're looking for if you're San Juan there, kind of going down. Jake's definitely outmatched down there size-wise, and probably hope to get a little bit better of a look down there, but.
And Grand County gets called for a travel coming back the other way, so Jason McKinney will turn it back over to San Juan. That's another break for the Broncos here with just under 3 minutes left in the game now. And down by 3. They have trailed for the majority here tonight. They've had a couple very brief leads, and now we get a lane violation on the Broncos. So the team's trading turnovers right now.
Yeah, I think that was a 3-second call on Tripp there, and Tripp's a sophomore, This is things that you got to learn as a youngster, and especially late in the game like that, you don't want to give him an easy one.
And now the dribble is dropped here by Jason McKinney as he tries to go around Jagger Neves. That's that Neves defense right there. Strong on the body and forces the dribble out of bounds, so the Broncos force another turnover.
Yeah, Jaggers, he's had a great game tonight, both sides of the ball. Just really brought the energy, and he's been a key piece for San Juan tonight.
Oh, and these are those things that you talk about that don't show up on the stat sheet now. Boy, that was interesting. Neves spun into the lane there, and I thought that McKinney just went flying past him, but they call the charge on Neves.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same too. I thought that was kind of just a no-call situation right there, but they hit Jagger with the charge, and another turnover. That's 3 or 4 in a row by both teams.
Yeah. And so Grand County now with the basketball, and it opens up for McKinney, and the circus over-under windmill shot won't spin in. And rebounded by San Juan. Jake Ivins dribbling on the baseline, had the shot blocked by York. And the Broncos are able to recover. They'll send it back out high to Jagger Neves. Now a 3 on the way for R.J. Daly, falls off. And he has been held scoreless in this ball game. Rebounded by Grand County, and the Red Devils will get a free pass and come up court. Tatum Bisco got scared of that one. He wasn't expecting. Lane Berry misses the 3, and the Red Devils beat the Broncos to the rebound but can't score on the putback. And coming the other way, Tripp Palmer going up, draws a foul. He'll shoot 2.
Man, San Juan kind of dodging the bullet on the other end, giving up another offensive rebound. But Tripp does a good job running the floor. Good job getting the ball out to him. And again, foul shots. We're down to 1:46 with a chance to make this a 1-point game. So this is big here for Tripp.
Palmer at the line has 5 points so far tonight. And his first shot on the way is good. So Palmer now has 6. And he is 2 of 3 from the line. Second shot is also good, make him 3 of 4, and those were key foul shots right there. That makes it a 1-point game again. 58-57, 100 seconds to go. Grand County gets it down quickly, and McKinney outweights the defensive Tripp Palmer and banks it in off the glass. Now good little alley-oop from Jake Ivins to Tripp Palmer. And from the left side, he banks it back and answers.
Man, big time there from Tripp these last couple possessions. That was awesome offense.
The Broncos almost able to steal the ball away, but recovering for Grand is Dowd. And they will call a timeout with 1:16 to go in what has been an outstanding game here tonight. The passion that you would expect between these two rivals, and a lot of fun, and it's going to go right in. Jake Ivins in the paint, quick release on the shot, no good. And on the rebound, a whistle, I believe, against San Juan.
Man, that's tough, and that's not a bad look there by Jake. I like how he just got the floater up in the lane. High percentage shot, and it almost wanted to roll in right there.
Yep. And the foul, I believe, is it on Tripp, or did they give it to
RJ
No, it's Dalley's, and he's done.
So there's your second San Juan player fouled out right there.
And Dalley fouls out of the game with no points, which is uncharacteristic to be sure. And so the Broncos will miss Dalley as Lane Berry is at the line again for Grand County, and the first bounces off. That's a huge break for the Broncos. That keeps it a 3-point game with 56 seconds remaining. And the Broncos are open for another miss right here from the 6'5 senior. They're not going to get it. This one rolls in. So it's a 4-point ball game, 2-possession game with 50 seconds to go. Still shouldn't be any panic here for San Juan, and it's a good thing they called the timeout as Doan missed the 3 there after the whistle.
Yeah.
Always love those shots.
Free shot.
It's a superstition. Do you take that shot or not?
I know. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I mean, if you're Coach Nilsson, there's no panic here. It's a 4-point game. You got a minute left. Obviously, there's got to be a little bit of a sense of urgency, but don't rush anything. Still run the offense, get a good open look. Convert right here on offense and just get a good defensive stop, and you can be right back into this ball game.
Yeah, so obviously the fundamental here, or the approach, is to score on your play, drop a play, and then also get back on defense in time. So let's see what San Juan drew up here. It's 53 seconds left in the game. 63-59 lead for Grand County. This is a game that Grand won by 5 in Moab on January 19th. So here's Jake Ivins lobbing it up underneath. He could have taken a shot, but instead throws the interception. And now Grand has it in the offensive end. San Juan may be forced to foul here. It looks like they will as Tripp Palmer steps in to foul Lane Berry. And you don't like to see the turnover there. I don't know if that was a busted play or what happened right there.
I don't know. It looked like they're trying to hit Anthony Doan on some sort of a screen roll play underneath, and Grand played it perfect. I mean, they had 4 guys sagging off on Anthony, and Jake still threw that ball up. And I'm with you. I mean, you just don't love to see the turnover in that situation. It's a little bit more out of control that you would like to see coming out of a timeout for San Juan.
So Lane Berry at the line, making the first of 2, makes it a 5-point game, 64-59, make it 65-59 as he hits both. And now the Broncos on the run with a little bit of panic at this point. Down to half a minute to go. Jagger Neves takes a look. Into the lane he goes, misses the shot, but it's tapped back by Tripp Palmer. And so the Broncos get an offensive rebound bucket right there. And Palmer up to 11 points off the bench. San Juan has 4 guys in double-digit scoring now.
Yeah, Tripp's had some good buckets here late in the fourth quarter, but it's a 2-possession game here if you're San Juan. Shot clock's off, so you got nothing else to do but foul here. So, I mean, I can see them probably coming out and coming into a press and seeing if they can force a quick turnover, a bad pass or something from Moab, but hopefully, you can get something like that, but if not, send somebody to the foul line that hopefully you can get, a miss or 2. And
yeah, the better option, I think, against a foul is to just intercept the inbound pass. That's what you want to do right here.
And San Juan's had some luck tonight, forcing some turnovers with this full court press. And so, there's still a lot of hope here for the Broncos. So
timeout coming to a conclusion. The Broncos down by 4 here. It'll be Grand basketball to inbound. They're obviously going to try to protect the possession here. San Juan looking to pick off the inbound pass, force a turnover with the press. All 10 players are in the backcourt here. So it's going to be a frenzy. It'll be like a shark attack here. And it is McKinney set to inbound for Grand, and they're looking for a couple different options. They get it into Lane Berry. Who else? And Tripp Palmer has to foul him off the hop.
Yep, and if you're San Juan, you got to know that too. They want to get the ball to right there.
Yeah.
They want to get it to their big guy who's been having a good game all night to bring them home here. So,
and Barry has 17. He leads all scorers tonight. And he's going to be at the line right here. So the Broncos at this point only can hope for him to miss both these shots. He misses the first. That's a huge break. That keeps it a 4-point game. But again, now with only 26 seconds to go, it's going to take an impressive finish here for San Juan. Barry's second shot rims in, and the Broncos in a hurry to come across. Anthony Doan through the paint to the right side. Weston Jones' three is good. So the Broncos make it a 2-point game with a Weston Jones three. The kid comes in off the bench late. He's rowing the boat, I think, down there.
He's excited, man. Big shot by the junior there. Push it to a 2-point game.
Holy cow.
Man, what else? I mean,
18 seconds to go. Anything can happen. Now if the Broncos can force a turnover, we got ourselves quite a finish here.
Yeah, and last time they came out and they were just a full man-to-man, full court press, and I'd assume they'd probably come out and do something similar. It's kind of hard to get into like a zone press, but I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what Easton Nilsson comes out and draws up out of the timeout.
I think he's drawing up an interception and a buzzer-beating three for the win. I think that's what he's drawing up.
I know. If it was that easy as a coach to say,
right.
hey, just go get a steal.
Intercept it and then put up a three and make it go into the bucket.
I know. I always had people joke with me as a defensive coordinator. They're like, oh, you called that sack, didn't you? I'm like, yeah, it's that easy.
Absolutely.
I just tell the defense to go get a sack. And
I hope you take credit for those things.
Oh, you have to, always.
Right, that's right.
Even though you have absolutely nothing to do with it.
And then you sign an autograph right there, right?
Yep. Well, this is where he's making the big bucks, I guess.
That's right.
Coach Nilsson is where he earns his paycheck. So
absolutely. In his first season, we'll see if he can help his boys pull off a miracle finish here tonight. Either way, it's been an outstanding game between these two rivals. Nothing less than what we expected. Oh, the Broncos almost steal it away, but they do have to foul Barry. So now, if Barry misses one of these, the Broncos could tie with a three. They'd love for him to miss both.
Man, that's not a bad place to be in right there. I don't know if you foul as quick as you do. I mean, you have him down in the corner. Maybe you'd like to see a little trap there if you're San Juan. And, I mean, there's 16 seconds. I mean, he can't just hold on to the ball in the corner down there. Maybe see if you can get him to throw a bad pass or something. But
it was the third foul on Jake Ivins, by the way. So Barry makes the first. So it is a 3-point game now. I think for the Broncos to have any hope right here, Barry's got to miss this one.
Yeah, I think so.
He does not. Lane Barry, who really is probably the story of the game, makes the two foul shots. The Broncos quickly across. Trip Palmer for three. It bounces off. And now down to just 8 seconds to go. It has been a valiant effort tonight for both of these teams, and the Broncos rally, it looks like, is going to come up just a little bit short. We're going to get a foul. Someone's going to foul out. I think it's Trip Palmer.
Trip Palmer.
So he will leave the game with 11 points off the bench. Outstanding night for him. Justice Black will come back in.
I'll give Lane Barry some credit here, man.
Yeah.
He's been pretty clutch at the foul line, making all the shots he needs to put this game away, you know. Sometimes that's not as easy as it looks in high school, and
right.
he stepped up and he did it tonight.
Well, I got the privilege of calling this Monticello State Championship back in 2014, and also obviously a San Juan State Championship recently, but I remember foul shots being the key in that Monticello Championship. Hands down, it was foul shots. And San Juan comes back and scores after, I think, Lane Barry made both. And Jake Ivins comes down to score the last bucket of the ball game. It's a 70-66 final here tonight as Grand County holds off San Juan as the visitors here tonight. So they beat the Broncos January 19th in Moab, and they beat them here in Blanding in the final game of the regular season. What a game this was tonight. Both of the matchups between these two teams were outstanding this year. It'd be kind of fun if they saw each other, say, in a state quarterfinal game or something down the stretch, you know.
I know.
I don't know what the probability of that is, but yeah, this has been fun matchups between these two rivals this season.
It has
as
been.
Justice Black and Lane Barry share some hugs at midcourt out here, and all these guys play against each other all year, both on the football field, on the basketball court as well, on the wrestling mats. Boy, they're big rivals all the time, but of course friends off the court as well. So pretty fun game here tonight to be sure, and a 70-66 win for Grand County. So the Broncos in the regular season 9-14. It's 13-10 for Grand County, and now all that remains is for the state tournament seedings to come out. I think that's either going to be tomorrow or Sunday. I'm not sure on the official release there, but we'll take a quick break and we'll open up the post-game show here on High School Hoops, and we'll come back out here for some final game stats and possibly a discussion with head coach Easton Nielsen. Stay with us. It is High School Hoops on Red Rock 92 and StreamUtah.Live.
Mom?
Dad, sometimes I'm gonna be a little impulsive.
I mean, I'm a teenager.
Not to freak you out or anything, but the leading cause of death in Utah for teens
It's suicide.
So help us out here.
Because
we may be impulsive,
but we want to live.
Almost all the time.
But in case there are times when we forget that,
keep your guns and ammo locked up safely.
Because doing this little thing
can make a big difference.
Yat a Shamige Yanishke, Tuaheglini Nishle, do Batani Bashichin, Hashkishi Tashache, do Tani Zatni Dashanale. Hello, my name is Shamige. I am the Public Health Director for Utah Navajo Health System. The younger a person starts to drink, the higher the risk of addiction. Those who start before age 13 have a 45% chance of becoming alcohol dependent compared to 7% of those who wait until age 21. Research also shows that 67% of teens who drink before the age of 15 will also go on to use other illicit drugs. Binge drinking now begins as early as grade school. According to data on underage drinking, parents are the #1 reason kids don't drink. It is important that we begin talking to our children at an early age about not drinking alcohol. Kids usually listen to their parents more than anybody else, including their friends. Parents, let's work together to help lower the risk of drug and alcohol misuse in our San Juan County youth. Let's do this.
In honor of those affected in our community, Blue Mountain Hospital is offering our breast cancer screening exams at a cash price of $99 from February 14th through March 14th, 2024. Call 435-678-3993 to make your appointment.
Life is a series of cherished moments, filled with milestones that define our journey. Moments of love, joy, and shared experiences. Each moment contributes to our story. As each chapter unfolds, our experiences shape us, defining who we are.
San Juan Broncos ultimately come up a little bit short here tonight as Grand gets the victory 70-66 over San Juan. And we're going to take a real quick look at some final game stats here. I don't know if we'll get a chance to visit with Coach Nielsen or not. I know it's a bit of a heartbreaking loss here tonight, and obviously San Juan is going to get set for the postseason starting next week. The seeding remains in question. That'll be released here sometime during the close of the weekend. And so we will report that on Red Rock 92, of course, so stay tuned for that. And I believe San Juan is going to be hosting a home first-round game on Wednesday, and we'll see who that'll be against. But just taking a look at the final game stats real quick. Again, we'll mention the scores by quarter, and it was Grand 15-8 after one. San Juan rallied to beat the Red Devils 14-11 in the second quarter. Pretty even third quarter. Grand outscoring San by 1, 20-19. And man, look at the fourth quarter, 25-24 in favor of San Juan. If that gives you any indication of what the second half and especially the final frame was like here tonight. You look at 44 points for San Juan in the second half and 44 points for Grand County in the second half. So it stayed ultimately right where it was at halftime, which was obviously a 4-point deficit for San Juan. So what a game it was here tonight. I don't know what else to say about it, but just taking a look at here at the final team stats, and shooting-wise, San Juan had the edge. 22 of 58 from the floor for 38%. Grand County was 19 of 57 for 33%, but their buckets, 7 of them came from three-point range. The Broncos only had 2 threes tonight. So when you look at it, really that was kind of the disparity. Other than that, they were fairly even. Of course, the foul shots are pretty similar as well. Grand County was 25 of 34. and San Juan 20 of 31. So a little bit of a disparity there as well. And both of those factors, I think, played pretty large in the victory tonight for Grand County. Let's see, three-point range, like I said, 7 for Grand. They were 7 of 28 for 25%. San Juan was 2 of 19 for 10.5% tonight. Just taking a look now at the individual scoring, and what else can you say about Lane Berry? I'm sure if we were doing stars of the game, he would probably be the star of this game tonight. As like you said, Bobby, he was just clutch, especially down the stretch from the free throw line. Just want to look at his final stat line, I guess. He was 15 of 21 from the line.
Man.
So he took 21 of their 34 foul shots.
That's crazy.
And he made 15 of them. So obviously huge, leading his team to victory tonight. Let's see. He had 22, and then it was Trace York, who's actually the team's leading scorer, with 14. JT Dowd ended with 12 tonight. Wyatt Toney and Jason McKinney had 11. And Toney, of course, fouled out about midway through that fourth quarter, I believe. And so they could have used his services for the last few minutes as well. But so 4 players only on the stat sheet as far as scoring for Grand County, and all of them in double digits. The three-point baskets, 7 of them, 3 for Wyatt Toney, 2 for Trace York, and 1 apiece for JT Dowd and Lane Berry. For San Juan, it was Jake Ivins leading the way tonight with 15 points as he came on in the second half. Jagger Neves ended tonight with 13. Anthony Doan and Trip Palmer had 11 apiece. Keaton Ivins scored all 9 of his points in the second half and really got the Broncos out of the gate in the third quarter. And then he ended up fouling out of the game. But Justice Black had 4 off the bench tonight on senior night. Weston Jones ended with the lone three-point basket. And that was a big three-point basket, right? You know,
Yeah.
Everybody had big buckets tonight, that's for sure. And it was a fun one. Someone has to lose, unfortunately. So 2 3-point baskets, like I said. Keaton Ivins and Weston Jones had 1 apiece. So that's pretty much all we can take a look, I guess, at some rebounding team-wise. 31 for San Juan, 36 for Grand County. The Broncos did a little bit better in the second half. Offensive rebounding, they ended with 6 and had 21 defensive boards for their 31, 4 dead ball rebounds. Grand County had 11 offensive rebounds tonight, ended with 36 on the night, like I said. Turnovers, San Juan had 10, Grand County 11. The Grand County Red Devils had 4 blocks, San Juan had 2, and the Broncos had 6 steals while Grand had 3. All of that unofficial, of course. I don't even know if I know how to score steals and turnovers. I'm not sure sometimes, but we'll let Huddle handle all that, and then you can take a look at the official final stats of this game either sometime in the middle of the night tonight or tomorrow when you wake up and are having coffee or something, you know. So,
there you go.
So the Broncos are going to head into the postseason. I believe it's going to be a home game on Wednesday, and we will await the Activity Association's release of the seeding. And it's crazy that it's postseason time, but I think it will be a home game for San Juan on Wednesday. So that'll be a lot of fun. I don't know. It's kind of hard maybe for us to catch our breath now, but it doesn't look like Coach Nielsen's going to come up, so maybe you and I can just chat a minute and have some closing shots here.
Yeah, no, that one's a hard one. I mean, you're right there the whole game. If you're San Juan, you pull it close several times and just never can really make a couple plays to get you over that hump. I mean, a couple things that stood out to me, you look at the stat line, 11 missed foul shots by San Juan, and then obviously the rebounding that we talked about all night long. You know, I think that's kind of the difference in the game tonight. And it always comes down to those little things, you know, and that's the difference. I think you alluded to it, you know, championship teams, you know, they consistently kind of do those little things night in, night out, and that's kind of something that San Juan struggled with, you know, as a whole this year. You know, we've seen them, you know, shoot 90% from the foul line some games, and then, you know, sometimes we have the nights like we did tonight. So, again, just little things that you can clean up if you're San Juan, and see if you can come in here Wednesday, start off the playoffs with a win, and just do what you can to build that momentum and to see if you can make a run at it. So,
right, and I think at this point a state championship takes 5 straight wins. So that's what it comes down to. That's the task at hand, and it begins on Wednesday for the Broncos. I think that'll do it. It was a fun one here tonight. It wouldn't be a San Juan Grand matchup, at least in Blanding, if there is not at least one technical foul and at least one person kicked out of the game. They didn't disappoint us here tonight. It was a lot of fun all around the boards. Fortunately, no one was severely injured here tonight, so that was good. Yeah. And now we all go home and we're amicable. You know, once we get off the court, everything changes. It's it's that competitiveness, obviously, that passion during sport. So it's fun, and as long as no one's being brutally offended, I guess it's all right. I don't know. I'm going to get myself in trouble on the radio here probably. But
well, that's what makes rivalries fun, a little bit of competition. There's some emotions flying around, and, that's why the gym was packed tonight, because that's what
absolutely,
we
that's what we expected,
so.
And it's fun because it's two teams in the Red Rock 92 listening area. So a lot of fun. We may have had fans from both sides listening and watching tonight, so it didn't disappoint. It was definitely a fun one right down to the stretch. Grand gets the win, and these two teams will go ahead and head into the state tournament this coming week. Let me say some thanks before we close it out here tonight from Blanding. I want to say a big thanks to the StreamUtah.Live guys, Caleb Carr and Cortland Lyman, once again making it happen. Thanks, guys. You always do an outstanding job, and I think we've got you at least for one more game. I don't know about the travel game, but it'll be an honor to be with you guys on Wednesday, I believe, and we'll see how it goes from there. But thanks to all the sponsors, of course, making it happen. Without the sponsors, we couldn't do these broadcasts. Thanks to all the listeners and the viewers back home. You're the reason why we do it. And, again, the postseason starts on Wednesday. And I know we've got some 1A basketball as well. Just stay tuned to Red Rock 92, and we'll update you on the schedule and what we've got coming in the weeks to come. We've obviously got a lot of state tournament action going on. It's state wrestling tournament action this weekend as well. So we'll update you on that on Red Rock 92 and in the San Juan Record this coming week. That'll do it. We'll see you on Wednesday, at least for San Juan basketball. And until then, on behalf of Bobby Bowering, it's Rhett Sifford saying so long from San Juan High School. Have a great rest of your weekend, high school sports fans.
High School Hoops is a production of Red Rock 92 Sports and StreamUtah.Live. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Anderson Oliver Title Insurance Agency, Utah State University Blanding, San Juan Health, Car Shop Auto Body, Colleen Kays, author of The 7 Dynamos of Organizational Power, Red Mechanical, San Juan Building Supply, Flights Gymnastics, Northern Electric, Emory Telcom, Napa Motor Parts, Creative Floors, San Juan School District CTE programs, Blue Mountain Foods, Energy Fuels, Precision Rehab, Lee Contracting, Desert Rivers Credit Union, Holiday Construction, San Juan Pharmacy, Canyonlands Tire, Diamond Propane, Red's Ace Hardware, Southeastern Utah 7-Eleven stores, Blue Mountain Hospital, Furniture Gallery, Dependable Auto Repair, Primary Residential Mortgage, Four Corners Electric, San Juan School District Adult Education, Jones and DeMille Engineering, Bradford Tire, San Juan Counseling, Pick-a-Stitch Embroidery and Apparel, San Juan Mortuary, Four Corners Homes, Utah Navajo Health System, Main Street Drug, San Juan Credit Union, Tailor Made Wooden Heritage, and Innovation Medical Group. We're the home of live high school sports coverage in southeastern Utah. Classic Hits Radio, Red Rock 90.